Good evening. Welcome, everyone. This is Pamela Marie Edmunds, and this is the Pet Detectives radio show. Woo! Stumbling over my words. I am a medium, a animal communicator, a trance medium. Oh gosh, my list goes on. Pet detective, and of course, a radio show host. I've been doing radio now since about 20 years now. And this is the third radio show I've done. And this particular show was created for a group, a business that I support and am a part of. And so is my helper tonight, June Elaine Evans, who is here with her kitty picture, dear Lucky. And just want to share a little bit. Pet detectives. The two of us, June Elaine actually started it a number of years ago, and the two of us work with using our spiritual gifts, which include mediumship, where we can receive communication from the spirit side of life. Also, animal communication, and that's okay. Spirit communication can be with people or animals. Animal communication is specifically to an animal who is still in a physical form here on the earth plane. Okay. Also, I work with, and June works with, channeling. Excuse me. Got something caught in my throat. There, that's better. Channeling, where we receive a communication from a being in the spirit side of life. And what's happened for both her and I, and I'm gonna talk for both of us, June, and I hope you're okay with this. You can let me know afterwards when you come in to speak, is we can receive from people, but we can also receive from animals. And how is channeling different from spirit communication or mediumship? It's a one-person dialogue. It's where, at least for me, where I go into a bit of an altered state, a light trance state, and that individual works through me to communicate. June works a little in a light, little more present state, but still is right on with her communications. Let's see, what else do we work with? Other tools that we work with is, actually, I'll bring June on here on board to speak, because tonight we're going to do a show that is going to be here. I'm feeling to schedule the same show again every 6 weeks and hopefully bring new people on. Show and tell. And show is bring along your pets, bring along your pictures of your pets, whether they're here in the physical form or they're in the spirit world, they've crossed over. There's that connection is still there. That love is still there. Okay. And so you bring them forward, and the tell part is show the pet, then June and Elaine and I will take turns and do some messages from these pets to the pet mom who's present here on the show. Okay, sound like fun? Yes. And also sounds like healing. I mean, it's the multi-levels. So I want to bring in I'm going to call her my best friend, but also comrade in Pet Detectives International, which for anyone, if you want to check out a little bit more about Pet Detectives International, you go to the website, petdetectivesinternational.net. There is also a Facebook group, Pet Detectives International, literally dot and then capital N little E-T. All right, if you want to join there, awesome. And there is a YouTube channel, which June Elaine and I have created. That's where all these radio shows are being archived. That's where we're also putting other recordings. Like, who are some of the members of this team? How do they work? And other things that become important for what we're doing. Another thing you're going to find out about Pet Detectives International is there are cases that we're working on and how we work with those various gifts to locate a pet who's lost and missing, whether they're still in the physical form or they crossed over. There's multitudes of ways this can unfold. So, June Elaine, sweetheart.
Hi, Pamela.
Hello, dear.
Can you hear me all right? Or
you're good, dear. And you're nice and clear. The computer that you're on is, I'm going to say, being very kind.
Yeah.
Because I know you've had issues with one computer that can kind of make some background noise. Yes, it isn't always easy to use. So,
hello, Donald.
Right.
Sending you a hug.
Now, you were, we were talking briefly before I started the show, and you were talking a little bit about some of how, for people here, some of the people newbies who aren't familiar, but also somebody who may listen to this show down the road, okay? Because it's going in the archives, and that's a big piece of why we want to do this, but we also want to let people know more about what we're doing here. Can you talk a little bit about, you said you did a reading last night, was animal communication, correct?
Yes, I did.
Okay, can you share a few pieces without telling us who the individual was?
Oh,
share
yes.
a little bit of your experience.
I definitely won't share the name. It was private. They all are, unless somebody gives me a testimonial or says.
Yes.
But I was talking to a lady last night here in New Hampshire whose husband came through. We were talking to him, and everything went well. All of a sudden, I saw a dog. When I say I saw a dog, I felt the presence of a dog. The dog showed me only that part of his snout was covered, as if to say he was shy. That's telling me he's shy, just going to show me his eyes. And then he started to give me, to me, it was so personal. I had a really difficult time. I thought, am I going to tell her what he's actually saying? This is what I mean about tattletales. Donald will know because I've brought through Donald's dog a few times, and Christian is the dog's name, Donald's dog. He doesn't mince any words. He will say things that my face makes me blush. But anyway, I'll give him to his dad. But this dog came through and he started showing me himself, his mother's thighs, the thighs and the inner part of her thighs.
Really?
As if to say, pay attention to the inner part of her thighs. And he was weaving like he was there, down there, and there.
Yeah.
That's all I had to go on. And I gave it to her and she started laughing. She said, June, when he was so shy that when people would come in or whatever, the first thing he'd do is go in between her legs and weave in and out until he could, and then he'd back up and only show his snout from her thighs if she had shorts on or whatever. that's where he was comfortable, was between her thighs. So I'm glad I said something. Yeah, and he's the one that also told me that his mother was in a room with a blackboard, and she said she was looking at one across the room. Boo!
See,
I just got boo.
well, and you know something, as you were sharing, you mentioned how the dog, it's almost like the dog was protecting itself by going in that area of his mom. Something I learned years ago is children, young children, how they will go behind mom or dad, or they're going to cuddle right up into mom and dad's bodies. What they're doing is they're feeling the aura there. It's protective for them.
Yes.
So it's just,
Why
yes,
not? Why not?
it's a
Why
same.
did I hear boo? Do we have boo? Is boo here?
Boo's always here.
Okay, can I just give one thing from boo?
Can you tell? Can you please let people know who the pet mom is that I know who it is, but can you please share who the pet mom is that you're choosing to address for other people?
I'm not sure. I think it's Judy or Judith.
Judy, yes, Judy
Judy?
Adair. Yep.
Boo is giving me something about either the color orange or something about oranges or orange that means a lot. Boo is it's important that either she is getting more vitamin C or thinking about it or something to do with oranges, or it could be both. Boo is a smart dog. Boo could be bringing in two messages at once. One, does she have the color orange around her? Or does it have to do with the fruit, or both?
June,
Well,
may I add something to that, because I was getting connection to Boo also. Is that okay?
Please.
All right. Are you all right with that, Judy, too?
certainly, yes.
Okay. What I was getting was that Boo was disappointed because Halloween is usually a big to-do for you, and how you didn't do hardly anything.
I didn't
And
do Halloween, right. Oh, and I bought a big orange, like, pumpkin face that I hung on the front door.
Right. See, and that's where the color orange, June was mentioning the color orange.
It was outstanding. It was very bright orange, yes.
Okay. But usually you dress the occasion. You usually do have help. In the past, have had many kids, and and he was sad that things weren't like they used to be.
Right.
And I feel like you were sad too. That's what I was sensing from him.
But
Okay.
there wasn't much celebration around this year. That's true. And I love to see the children in their costumes. And
Yeah.
it was. And too, now she mentioned vitamin C, and I was debating this morning. I was holding my vitamin C and having an inner discussion with myself about the vitamin C. So he was always with me when I take quite a few vitamins and other pills, and he was always part of that process. So.
And for those here who are listening that aren't familiar, that's Boo in the corner picture next to Judy, and Boo is on the other side, and I know I've connected to Boo before. So June, you got anything else to add to this in regards to Judy and Boo?
Thank you, Pam.
You're welcome.
I don't believe so. I think he made his point. This dog is brilliant. I would love to do a 10-minute reading with Judith sometime, and Boo.
We'll do that.
Because I would love to have Boo join me as one of my guide dogs if she doesn't mind, but he's going to have to pass the test, which is 10 minutes of evidence that I am talking with Boo. And I think what he just gave us
Okay.
was evidence, vitamin C.
Yep.
How the heck would I
Yep.
know?
Yep.
He's
Yep.
brilliant. He's a good boy.
He's a good boy. He is.
Wow. Wow. And okay. So June, you and I will just keep going back and forth between people here as we're feeling guided to, okay? Actually, is it okay if I take one here? I'm being drawn to ask Susan Porto, see if she's listening.
I'm listening.
Yeah. Squeaky.
Yes, yes.
And for those of you, Squeaky is on the spirit side of life. Squeaky's been there, is fairly a newbie, few months.
Right.
And what I want to say is Squeaky says that you are noticing him in and around the house.
Well, I feel him. I feel him more outside because he stayed outside more. But yeah, I feel him. I do feel him.
Right. And you have certain times that you put food out for the pets. It's almost like you sense him strongly at that time. It's like he's still coming because he knows that's a time that he can connect with you.
Yeah, he was a chow hound. Yes, he was a chow hound cat. Yeah.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Okay. And he's telling me you changed what you're putting out for food for the pets.
I in the past only put Fancy Feast, but Tiger is fussy, so now I'm trying Friskies, and
Well-
he doesn't even like that. I think he prefers to kill his own food, unfortunately. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, what he's saying, first off, he agrees with Tiger for some reason, okay? And Tiger is another kitty that kitty that you have in the physical, right?
Yes.
But he's there behind Tiger, and this is where the animals can be very funny and almost humorous, you know, when they state their opinions, okay? Some reason I'm feeling like, okay, Tiger's the mouser.
A mouser, squirreler, rabbits, yeah, everything. Mhm.
Okay. And okay, and you used to always get the remains left over, didn't you?
Sometimes I was privileged to see a head. Yes, thank you very much.
Okay. But what I'm getting is that okay, Squeaky's looking after Tiger is what I'm getting from Squeaky.
Okay.
And
All
Squeaky's saying that, you know, pretty soon there won't be any animals or little animals or critters I'm
Right.
getting that Tiger's going to be able to catch because
Right.
the weather's getting colder.
Right.
And wanting to suggest okay, all right, and this is common knowledge, I know, and you, yeah, even though you're vegetarian, pick something up at the store.
Oh, I do. He gets a roasted chicken. Definitely. Yeah. No,
Okay.
he gets, yeah.
Okay. And for some reason, I'm feeling like some liver or some giblets or something would be good too.
Okay. Okay.
All right. A little
right.
different flavor, but also a lot of good nutrients in it for some reason for a cat,
Okay.
especially when outdoors.
You mean like
Um,
organ meats? Organ meats you're talking.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
And okay. Squeaky's talking about you used to have a shelter for the pets outside.
I have a lot of shelters outside. Yeah. I have a lot
Okay.
of shelters. Mhm.
And for some reason they need to be revamped. I don't know what that's meaning.
I
other
always,
than-
yeah, I put new straw in all the time. Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah.
this is specifically in reference to the cold weather.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Squeaky's talking about that, saying that you don't get out as much as you used to, and really wants to encourage you to get not necessarily out to the backyard, but to get out and about, and that you're needing more nurturing yourself here
True.
with all that you're going through right now.
True. Very true.
Yep. And that you getting out for a walk in the leaves, in the trees, in the sunshine will really, really help you benefit yourself is what
True.
I'm getting from Squeaky.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. And Squeaky used to sing. Can we call Squeaky was a singer?
He he had different sounds coming out of his mouth. Yes.
He was a
Yes.
singer. He
Cutie
was a
pie.
singer.
Yeah.
Singer. And one paw, you had to pull something out of the paw one time.
He got bitten on one of his paws, and I had to give him
Okay.
antibiotics. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, almost like you, whether it's
Yeah,
you're pulling away the.
Yeah,
there
it was a
something-
puncture. It was a puncture from another cat that bit him.
Okay,
Yeah.
and you had to pull out what was.
Well, I
in there.
put peroxide on it and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay, okay. And it took him a little while for that to heal and for him to stop pawing
Yeah.
at it himself.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I joke, he's being a joker. He's
Yes.
pawing at it, you know? And so.
Yeah, he
anyway.
was a joker. He was a joker cat. He was a joker. Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he, excuse me, that's in the background. Let's keep it in the background. All right. He's telling me that, thank you. He's talking about the other resident of the home, of your home, which,
Yes.
yeah. And basically there's some dietary changes she's going through too.
She doesn't like to eat food, unlike me. So it's a challenge. Every meal is a challenge. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And okay, thank you. And he's wanting to encourage you to talk to her spirit friends,
Okay.
meaning those that work with her on the other side,
Okay.
to help you in getting the right foods for her on the table.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
Thank
Okay.
you. Yeah.
All right, I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
leave that. And you
Thank you.
understand what I mean by her spirit friends, those that work with her on the other side.
Yes. Yes.
I want to check. Okay, June, do you have anything to add to Sue here with Squeaky or Sue herself? Would you
No, I
like to add-
think you've covered a lot of that. I don't have anything.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Okay. Something about corn or corn husks. Does that make any sense to you, Sue?
Yeah, yes, it does, but not for Squeaky. My guinea pigs that I used to have used to eat corn off the husks, and I've saved all the corn husks from my guinea pigs. Yes.
All right, so I'm bringing your guinea pigs.
Yes, all 12 of them. Thank you very much.
All right, 'cause it's almost,
Yeah,
I was
long-haired.
say no,
Yeah,
and,
no,
and
no.
I got this slam at me. No, you gotta mention the corn and the corn
Yeah.
husks.
Now, those are my guinea pigs. Yes, all my guinea pigs. Yes,
Bless
And
your
they're on,
heart.
and most of them are on the other side, Susan?
all of them are on the other side.
Okay, you understand they're all from the same soul group. Did you realize that?
No, I don't think I did. But so they, on the other side, they came here from the other side together, basically, and found each other. Or
Okay. You understand terminology of a soul group.
more or
It's-
less.
And I
Yes.
guess I'll explain a little bit here. It's a soul group is how we reincarnate.
Okay.
That is also how we plan things in between lives, in between those lifetimes. So they're all a part of the same soul group. So somehow or another, there was similarities between one and another.
Okay. Okay.
And if you stop and think about their personalities,
Yep.
you'll see that they were all very similar.
Mhm.
Okay, awesome, awesome.
Thank you so much, both
Welcome.
Pamela
Okay.
and June. Thank you so much.
Okay, anything else to add, June? Oh, I love your pumpkin, Judy.
No,
Okay, and
is
we have
that,
two.
is that pumpkin, wait a minute. Is that pumpkin in the room with you when I said orange?
Okay, we can't hear you. Judy, a dear. We've got two Judys on board here tonight, so.
I have to keep clicking to get it to respond. This is the one that I told you I bought and I put it on the front door. This was my celebration here of
I
Halloween.
believe June was asking you if it was in the room when she brought
It was
you
in
over.
the next room right behind me.
Okay, all right, okay, awesome,
I
awesome.
had put it in the Goodwill box, so.
June, do you have something else to comment for Judy
Yes, I
Adair?
do. Yes, I do. I want people to
Please.
understand that I work a little differently than most. I was taught how to hone my gifts by my spirit husband, Jerry. And one of the things he taught me was, one of them was just to give her the color orange. She's the one. Okay, hold on. So what they're saying is that not necessarily want to hear me talking so much to Judy, is that her boo wants to hear her talk and tell the story and show. It's show and tell. It's not about me sitting here talking to you, Judy or Judith, all about your Bo. It's about you. Bo gave you one thing, orange. Now you pick that up. You found it, and now you're telling the story.
Great, great. And I want to welcome
Called
someone new.
Evidential Mediumship.
Are you complete, sweetheart? Okay, I
Yes,
guess,
I am. I just wanted to
Okay.
say Evidential Mediumship is what I was doing.
okay. I want to welcome a newcomer here at second Judy Kildare, who both, I believe June and I have had some subtle communications with. Do you want to say hello, Judy?
Hi, I just
Hi.
signed on. Hi.
Great, welcome, welcome. And we do a show here weekly. And right, basically, I'm the actual host, but June and I do things together. June is also a part of this. We have the Pet Detectives International. And June, do you want to say anything to Judy? Because you've communicated with her more than I have.
I have 3 messages here, but I don't know necessarily if they belong to Judy.
Would you like her voice?
Judy Kildare. Shall I give you what is coming through, Pamela? Or
Why don't you want to give the information and see who takes it? How about that? We'll work that way too.
yes, I would, because because it's here and I can't. So I'm hearing, I'm feeling that, I don't know which one of you here, or if you even want to share this, you don't have to, but I'm hearing crying towel. Something about a crying towel, a towel that you might have been crying. And so to stop, so people can't hear you crying, you put your face in a towel. That the animal was around you and saw that happen. This animal was saying something about you crying in a towel. If that makes any sense to anybody, so nobody would hear you. The
Yeah,
next thing I
it
got,
kind of makes sense to me, unfortunately. Yeah.
go ahead, man.
No,
Yeah,
it
you
makes
got
sense.
to-
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
Thank you for acknowledging that.
You
Yes,
will.
thank you. It's very, actually, I didn't want to give that message because I told I said that I thought that was so personal that I don't want to tell people that I was crying in a towel or whatever. But it's their way of giving messages to you that they are there. The other thing is somebody keeps singing this over and over to me. A pet who loves you, pretty woman, who's going to help you through the night, who loves you, pretty mama. Does anybody recognize that song? Or who loves you, pretty? I can't sing that. Does that make any sense?
Okay, where's the humming coming? Is that your?
It could be my computer starting to act up, so.
Okay, if you
I'm
shut
gonna
it down, mute for the moment.
I have one more. Peppermint, something about peppermint patties. Did you give your pet a little taste, or do you eat peppermint patties? Are you hooked on them? Somebody out there? Something about peppermint patties. I'm going to shut down.
Okay. Sorry about that, everyone. And June, we also have the chat if you need to say something here. All right, peppermint patties, does anybody connect to that? Okay, Judith Adair connects to that. All right, is that something that you like, Judith? Or is it something that your pet might have liked? You might have given a taste to your pet.
No, I don't think I would ever have given any of my pets peppermint. I don't think it would, especially, I like the chocolate peppermint patties and
Yeah.
what I eat all the time. I don't have one right now. I gave them all to my sister-in-law today, but they're the soft
Okay.
peppermint balls. The
Okay.
balls, peppermint.
Yep, okay,
The peppermint patties, yes, that was a favorite, and I would get those in my stocking. Even as an adult, Santa would put them in my stocking.
awesome, thank you. And now I'm trying to remember what else June said there. Oh, there was a song that, I don't know if it meant anything to anybody, so, okay. All right, did anybody bring any pictures? Has anybody got any pets they'd like myself or June to connect to that we haven't connected to at this moment?
Peppermint patty could be a cartoon, which would be like
Charlie
Snoopy.
Brown,
Yeah, Charlie Brown.
that's a good
Peppermint patty.
one with Snoopy.
Good
Okay,
towel.
okay.
I don't
Awesome,
find that yet.
awesome. Thank you, Judy. Judy Kildare, did you bring it? Did you bring a picture of or a pet of your pet or a pet that you've had before? Because I know there's a pet that you've talked about a few times that was missing. Maybe we could see if we get any information for you here.
I don't know how to show that. Wait a minute, let me see.
Well, dear, okay. I'm the Zoom professional here, but I don't know how to put up pictures other than holding up in front of me. So if you've got a picture that you could hold that we might be able to see, that would be of help.
Oh. Yeah, all right. Let me see.
Because tonight it's show and tell.
I'm trying to figure out how to upload a picture. Let me look for.
Do you know how to turn the video on, video cam on?
Yeah, I have a poster because I have a lost pet.
Okay.
I have a lost pet, so see if I can get a picture of her somehow.
Okay, why don't you want to let you do that for a few minutes while I check in to see if somebody else has got somebody they'd like us to do show and tell with? That okay? She's muted herself for now. Marilyn, are you there, sweetheart?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, and I know you didn't quite realize what we were doing tonight, but you just are by an animal, right?
Yes, but the animals that I'm most connected to are my two dogs that passed within the last year that I think about all the time. And they're with me.
Can you give us some names?
Yes,
How about
Bella.
Focus on one at a time.
Okay. Okay, one of them is Bella. And
Bella.
she's obviously the female, and they're English bulldogs, both of them. They're from the same letter, so they're brother and sister, literally. And Bella was the cutest little earth angel I've ever met.
Okay. Bella, for some reason, I feel like Bella's markings were a little more unique than her brother's. Is that correct?
Yeah, she almost looked like a boxer, but she was an English bulldog.
Okay, her markings were a little more unique. Okay, so she stood out in some ways. Okay.
Yeah, people
But
just
I
loved her.
also feel like her behavior stood out more than her brother's too.
Yes, she just loved people, and she was just like the showstopper.
Okay. Hold back. Those are wonderful things to hear. Yet, if you want one of us to do some message work, just hold back on some of that. Okay. So maybe we can. okay? Because she's a lap kitty. I said kitty, I don't know why I said kitty, but she's a a lappy animal, correct?
She would want to sit next to you. Her brother would try to be a lap animal, but they were like 70 pounds, so they weren't
Okay,
really
so
lap.
okay,
Yeah.
all right, okay. I guess what I want to say is somehow or another, she would create a place that was like a lap. How can I explain this?
Yes, yes, yes,
As long as you're understanding me, thank you, thank you.
yes.
And she had some, I was talking earlier about Squeaky, which obviously is a unique name for a kitty, but
Mhm.
Bella had some unique sounds that would come out of her too at times, correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Like she's, for some reason I'm getting, it's like, almost like she's got a crown on her head.
Yeah,
Meaning she was the queen. She was the queen of the house.
she was the alpha, she was the protector, she always made sure everyone was okay.
Okay. And she was finicky about what she ate, wasn't she?
She ate pretty much everything.
Okay. Towards the
Yeah.
end, she was finicky.
The last 2 weeks before she started, having a little bit of trouble, and she
Okay,
actually started losing weight and didn't want to eat. So at the
Okay,
end, yes.
Okay. And I am feeling like she may have even been throwing up some of her food.
Yes.
Okay, all right. And as animals and just as people, as we get to the end of our life, our body does things that we have no control over, okay?
Mhm.
And what I want to say, I do feel like she wasn't as quick in regards to letting you know she needed to go to the bathroom. So she was either doing it in the wrong place or just doing it, period. Am I
Yes.
making any sense? Thank you.
Yes, yes.
She says you did right by her.
Oh, I loved her.
Okay.
I
You-
absolutely adored her.
You did right by her because you weren't sure if you were taking care of her in the right way as she was inching her way to the other side. Okay.
Yes,
All
yes,
right. Because I feel like whatever you did, I feel you're holding her, aren't you? You're giving her your love, you're giving her your energy
yes,
and assisting her through this process. But of course, I almost feel like all of a sudden she just shut down. She just shut down. And I'm sensing you with tears pouring down your face.
yes,
Okay. She wants you to know that the love between the worlds is still extremely strong, and you need to understand you did exactly what she needed you to do.
oh, that's a relief. Because you
Okay.
question yourself, did I do
Oh,
enough?
absolutely. Absolutely. And I think there's a few people here listening too who have questioned themselves, especially in regards to a pet. Because there are
Yes.
babies. That's what they are. There are babies, whether they're fur, feathers, gills, or what they are. There are babies. So
Absolutely,
right.
absolutely. I
But-
just hope that her brother is with her now, because she went after him, and I actually thought she would have, died before him, because she seemed like, he was very active. You know what I'm saying? When he died, we were all shocked that almost it wasn't her. But I know her. She had to make sure that she was the last to go. I know that she was like the protector. She was the observer, and she stayed here as long as possible. So I don't know what her brother would have done if she would have died first. So I just hope that they're together, and I know that
the
in my
brother's
heart that they
name,
are.
the brother's name, dear?
Rocky,
Rocky. Okay.
yeah.
And for some reason, the song that's coming to mind, the Rocky Raccoon. If
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know why, but he had a strong presence, but in a different way from her.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, all right. I feel like he's more vocal than she was for some reason.
Yes, yes.
Right.
He was trying to communicate with you, and when he wasn't happy right away, he would let you know. She would let it ride for a while before she
Okay,
would like.
yeah, if some reason I'm sensing him digging. He was a digger if he was outside?
Yeah, he did like to dig. I mean, it wasn't like he was digging under a fence and he got out, but he did like to do that.
He liked to dig it, and that just something that made him happy, and you allowed him to do that, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I want to check in with June and see if she has anything she wants to share here, see how her computer's acting. June, can you unmute, please?
Yeah, if it's acting up, I don't want to.
You're good.
Okay, well, as far as Bella goes, I'm not positive this is Bella. First thing I want to ask is, are you wearing something blue, or is there something around you that the color is blue?
It's funny, I'm mostly wearing black, but I just got my nails painted like the sky blue. It's like a midnight blue.
Thank you. Next thing I want to ask is, Bella keeps drawing me towards candy or something sweet. Have you been around caramels or caramel? Have you been thinking about that? Have you been cooking with it?
Why? That's caramel is my favorite type of candy. If I'm gonna have chocolate, I like it with caramel
Oh,
best.
that
So
What that
yeah,
does is prove to you that Bella is right there. Bella is right there. She's right there with you, giving me evidence. Next thing I got was a Rocher candies. Is that something, Rocher candy or something?
no, but I know that I like to eat pieces of white chocolate, and I know dogs are really not supposed to have it, but I would give them each a little tiny teeny piece, and they thought it was the best thing since sliced bread. So, you know, they really liked to be around people, and you know, if it was safe, you know, they'd like to eat what you're eating as well. So, you always had to be
And
careful, you know.
the last thing I got here was cork, something about a cork or corky. Is there something to do the name Corky, or about a cork? Is there a joke or something funny about a cork? Did you pull
I don't
something out of
know.
Bella's mouth that she was chewing on and found out it was a cork or something?
When she was a puppy, she used to eat everything. I mean, she's eating socks, throwing them up. Like it's just so weird what she would eat. You know, she would gnaw on wood because she was just teething. But as she got older, she didn't do that. But they like eat like the Kong type toys and stuff. They would like to chew on that. But I'm trying to think a cork type thing. I'd have to think about that. But I don't. It doesn't come to mind at all right now.
June, are you still there, sweetheart?
Yes, yes, I am.
May I step up here?
Yes, please go ahead. I'm gonna.
Okay, I want to go with that piece of cork, which to me is it's like a cork that's in a bottle of wine. Something about celebration right now, Marilyn?
Well, Bella died right about 3 weeks after her 9th birthday. And I was watching a video of her eating, she liked Carvel vanilla ice cream.
Oh,
So what I
geez.
did was, because I didn't have Rocky, you know, because every birthday I videotaped them and stuff, I only had Bella. So I bought these ice cream cones from Carvel, and I had my ex-husband video me because she loved him too. And we sung happy birthday and she ate the ice cream cone. So it was, you know, it was that
Okay.
swirl up, and she just likes stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay, what I'm sensing, I'm gonna put a twist on this for you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because this is show and tell. These animals come in and they tattle, like June was talking, okay, at the very
Yep.
beginning, they can tattle. Well, what I'm sensing is there's something about a celebration that you're a part of right about now or within the next week or so. Is there a celebration coming up?
Not really. I'm trying to think. I
Okay,
mean, my dad's birthday, who's passed, is the end of this month, but you know, we passed
okay,
Halloween.
okay.
Tomorrow's Veterans Day. You know, my dad was a vet. I don't know.
Okay,
Not really.
Bella is squealing that there's a celebration. There's something that you will be celebrating. That's what the cork is. It's like it's a bottle of wine or a bottle of champagne. Whether or not you bring a bottle out or someone else brings a bottle out, she's using it as a piece of symbolically, okay?
You know what? She might be saying, because I applied for a job for the US Postal Service and they're checking references now, and I already got fingerprinted and all that. And I've been waiting to hear from them. So maybe she's saying from the other side, I'll get the job.
Okay, well, that's a possibility, okay? I'm not
Mhm.
getting specifically what it is. But
Yes.
the cork is tied to celebration. And maybe
Okay.
now once, if provided that goes through or something else comes through that's important to you, that you will
Yes.
celebrate with a little wine or a little champagne or something, okay?
Well, that's a
June.
good thing.
Yeah. June, are you still there, sweetheart? I love the way Spirit's moving us back and forth between one another. I hope you're enjoying this too.
Yes, I am, and they're singing to me right now. I actually having a ball here tonight. They're so sweet. All of these animals. I have a bird here, but I also have, they're singing a song, and they just said, I asked who sings that? They said, Three Dog Night, Golden
That's
Biscuit.
Three Dog Night is the name of a band, yeah. Golden Biscuit, I don't know what that's about, but they're being
Does
humorous.
somebody love Three Dog Night or have an album, Three Dog Night? Because that's worth some money, I think. Golden Biscuits, I think.
I personally used to enjoy Three Dog Nights in their days back when. And we got another nodding from Judith Adair. I can't tell, everybody else is not fully on the screen, but okay, I got laughter going, a big smile from Donald over there. And the other thing is Donald is wearing orange. And remember the orange, talk of orange previously? Okay.
Also, Mandy or Amanda? Who has a Mandy or Amanda?
Not sure here. Okay, and somebody's been typing something in the chat. Let's check and see. Okay, great, Sue. Sue mentioned Marilyn, hope you get the job. And a thank you from Sue to both myself and June. Okay. And some of these messages may process and come to somebody after the show. That can be very possible at times. So
You have a message from for Donald, real quick.
go ahead.
Christian.
Donald, can you unmute yourself, sweetie? There.
Hello.
Great.
Hi, sweetie. Hi, sweetie. This is Christian talking, and I'm not sure exactly. Usually he's quite crystal clear to me when he comes through, but this time it's almost like he doesn't want to say, he shouldn't tell, but he's gonna. And it's about burn or burning. Is something recently happened that was you caught something burning, or you got burned, or something about burned?
A minor burn.
Well, he's licking it. I'm kissing you. Can you feel me kiss you, Donald?
Back at you. Yeah, I recently had a little chemical burn on one of my wrists. It's all better now.
It could have been a lot worse, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Okay. And June, may I add something here for Donald? Is that okay?
Please.
And part of it, you're saying that Kristen's energy seemed kind of low. That's because Donald's energy is a bit low right now. Am I correct, Donald?
Yep. You are absolutely correct.
And that's why Kristen's coming in feeling kind of low and non-energetic. But Kristen's wanting to encourage you to take care of yourself. He says, you do a great job taking care of us when we're around, but you need to give yourself more attention, is what I'm hearing. Okay?
Plus, I'm going to meet you in person, Donald. I'm actually coming to meet you in person, so shape up.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, okay. Um, Kristen's saying, what I'm getting is better dietary selections.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, that's what I was hearing. They can squeal, sure can. They can squeal when we and
Oh,
talk about.
yeah.
Yep. Okay, and stop being drawn to the junk food is what I'm hearing. Okay, so all right. Okay, I'm going to step away, Donald. Okay, because I feel like
All righty.
we've squealed enough there. All right. I want to thank you, Donald. I want to go to Judy Kilday. You're welcome. Judy Kilday, did you find that picture or whatever that you were looking for, dear?
Well, I don't think I can, my camera's not working. The reason is, I'm not sure yet. Usually it does, but I can't turn it on.
Okay. All right. Can you describe?
I have a picture. I'm not sure how to put a picture on there. That's what I'm trying.
Well, can you verbally
Start
describe?
video, see if it failed to start the video camera. Huh, no, well.
Well, how about mentioning the name of who you're wanting to connect with?
Aurora?
Aurora. Okay. I have seen a few of the pictures that you posted, and I know June has. Can I say sleek or sleek?
Sweet, she's gonna be skinny because she's outside by herself, I think. Somewhere.
Sleek. I'm
Sleek.
feeling like her body build was sleek, but she was sleeky as far as her coat.
Oh, she had a lot of long hair, but you know, she was afraid a lot. Hate to admit it, but it took a lot for me to get her okay in the house, but she was doing much better because I took care of her. She needed a flea treatment.
Okay. Are you open to hear where she may be?
Sure.
Whether she's still here or she's crossed over?
Yeah.
I feel like she's crossed over, sweetheart.
Really?
That's what my sense is. And I'm feeling like she passed pretty peacefully. She didn't suffer, but my sense is she's on the other side.
Really?
Yeah. May I? Okay, because she's saying that you looking for her was very sporadic. Do you follow the word I'm trying to use?
Yeah.
And she's saying that part of the reason why you didn't find her was you've made some major changes in your life and that she's not supposed to be part of your life at this time. Does that make sense?
I don't know. I guess so. I don't think so because not much has changed, really. But she's a lot changed from my roommate. But I think she yeah, so it might be something that I was doing for a living for a short term, you know.
Okay. Have you been pretty emotional these past months?
Well, I'm upset, but I know that being upset isn't going to help, you know.
Well,
you know, I'm trying to do whatever I can do to get her back, find her, but
okay. Hold back on those things you're sharing. I'm feeling like there's a lot of emotion around her. And
Right.
what I'm feeling is that you've got to at least allow that,
Yeah.
allow for you to feel it. And it's
Right.
okay. It's
Right.
okay.
Right.
And she's, because you have sensed her in your living spaces. This is a new space and she's been used to,
Right.
right?
Right.
Okay, you have been sensing her. And so she's coming in from the spirit side of life to
Right.
comfort you. Because, and also, it's like, okay, what I'm getting is the sense of a puzzle, okay? You
Mhm.
know, a puzzle. And there's still, it's like the puzzle is your life right now. I'm feeling like there's a few holes in that puzzle
Right.
and that you're having some challenges trying to find the right things to fit those spaces.
Right.
Okay. So you're a bit, can I say you're a bit, she's telling me that you're a bit upset with yourself.
Well, yeah, I'm mad because she couldn't travel. I let him take her to the home of really an acquaintance, like he hardly knew her.
Okay.
And she was kind of sick emotionally, but my problem is that I kind of knew she couldn't go because I didn't um she wasn't prepared like really to travel. So I feel like almost horrible because she was just getting used to us. I only had her for a year, so
Okay.
I had to comb all those she had really horrible fleas and I had to comb them all out and treat her fleas. And so she was just getting used to that. But
Okay.
you know, now I realize that she has to be indoor outdoor cat, I think.
All right. May,
But
may, may I tell
Yeah.
you what I'm sensing from her?
Yeah,
You're taking on an awful lot of guilt.
right.
All right. And she says it wasn't your fault about how everything occurred. Okay.
Yeah,
And she wants you to stop beating yourself up.
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
And she says she loves you. She misses you. But this was the way it had to unfold, is what she's saying.
Yeah.
She doesn't feel like, what I'm feeling from her is she would not have fit where you are right now, where you're living. For some reason, she would
Right.
not have fit there. And only you can acknowledge what that means. All right.
Right.
And she loves you dearly, and she just wants you to know all of that. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for all you've done for her. I do want to check in to see if June Elaine has anything she wants to share.
Actually, yes, I do. I
Please.
can't understand why Judy hasn't come to you and I before now to find out officially how we both feel, whether this dear, whether she is on this side or the other side. But I'll give a couple of things that I'm getting now. She should have come to us, I feel, to help us put this to rest one way or the other. What I just want to know three things. Number one, do you have AFib by any chance?
Oh, what?
Do you have any issues with your heart?
No, no, I
It's
don't.
called AFib.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Do
All
you
right.
do you ever have feelings like on if you're laying in bed at night, you have little on your chest, like little that maybe she could be laying on your chest, kind of kneading you or poking at your chest, like it would give you little heart palpitations.
No, I don't know. No,
Okay,
no.
well, if there's anybody here tonight that has that feeling, I'm getting it. I'm
Other
getting it.
other people might in my house, so.
Well, all right. And the other thing I want to ask you is about, is there a well near you? A well?
Wow. Um, no.
And also Tinkerbell, does that mean anything to you?
Yeah, oh, Tinkerbell, yeah, Tinkerbell,
Okay.
yeah.
So I'm getting closer to her. Okay, Tinkerbell, did you put a bell? Was there a bell around?
Oh, right, yeah. No, but, yeah, I know there was a cat with a bell that was like, um,
Okay,
right, I know that woman, yeah, she has a dog and a
here's what I
cat. And she has
suggest.
a bell.
I am highly recommending that you consider getting Pamela and I to give you a consult, and you can go to our website and find out how
Okay.
that's done, so you can put this
Right.
to rest one way or the other. Because the reason I started Pet Detectives International was because I lost a dog 40 years ago.
Right,
That dog was never found, and I suffered a long time because I had no answers. That's why I'm helping people now. Do you want the answers? Yes, you do. Is your baby here on Earth's plane, and we can help find that pet?
right,
Or has your pet passed? And if your pet has passed, in our consult, we give you evidential mediumship that cat's or dog or pet is talking to us.
right,
Thank you, June. Thank you, dear.
okay,
Thank you, dear. And thank you for listening, Judy, and
all
sharing.
right. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anybody else have a question or a comment this evening? I'm checking to see if there's anything else in the chat. No. All right. June, do you have anything else to share with anybody here before we close the
Well,
show?
actually, I don't know why, but I got this urge for Cracker Barrel. I just heard Cracker Barrel, which to me is cheddar cheese. I don't know if somebody's eating it or they got it around them, or this pet actually teased about having a little bit of cheese, which we don't feed. I didn't think we fed our pets cheese either, right, Pamela? But Cracker Barrel cheese, good cheese.
Well, and Cracker Barrel is also the name of a restaurant chain, isn't it?
Right. And can I just say something?
Go ahead, Sue.
June, do you think you could be bringing in a person instead of a pet?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, thank you for saying that. I wasn't going to say anything tonight because the show or gathering together. I don't want to say it's a show. I just want to say us all getting together. I've had at least 3 humans come to me tonight, and I asked them to please that we're talking about pets.
Well, I think I know who you brought in for me, and I don't think he was not the type of person you could tell to sit down. If he wanted to come through, he really had his own agenda, so I don't think he'd be listening to your directions. But Cracker Barrel is one of his favorite restaurants. Yeah.
And June, I want to say that Cracker Barrel is if I can find one, I like to go because they have great catfish, and it's not something I can get out here at too many other places in Arizona. So yeah, catfish. But anyway, so Sue, why don't you take? It sounds to me like you've got more claim over what you just.
Yeah, yeah, it's my ex, and yes, so.
I was going to sense it. Yeah, and I'm remembering you having a very strong ex with a very strong personality. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, strong is a good word.
Okay, and it's being nice still. Okay, June, anything else from you, dear?
Oh, I wonder if your ex, I have an ex as well. And I wonder if he's the one that was singing "Who Loves You, Pretty Woman," who's gonna help you through the night or something.
Well, he was very talented. He was a doctor, but was also a musician and a gardener. So could be. It could be. It could be.
And
Well,
the other thing, June, when you're talking about that song, Pretty Woman is the movie is a favorite of mine, and I'm sure other people here adore that movie too. It's a very popular movie for women wanting to have get their prince.
Chick
Prince
flick.
Charming.
Okay, I have one last thing here.
Go ahead.
Dominoes. I'm being shown dominoes.
Anybody claim dominoes? Take it another step, June. What do you feel it's in relation to? Or who do you feel it belongs to?
I feel this belongs to a grandparent, actually. There's a grandparent coming through and I keep trying to tell them to please. But it's something about dominoes they might have, and they're also showing me a little tiny deck of cards, and I'm talking tiny deck that they played with you, and you get a kick out of it as a child. You know, bless their hearts, but this tonight is about the pets, so I didn't. But I'll say that dominoes and then the little cards.
I'm feeling like as you're talking that this individual is a bit of a trickster.
Yeah.
And would have really attracted the attention of the youngsters.
Well, bless their heart. I mean, I don't want to shut them out either. I mean,
Well-
it's not like you and I have strict rules, but everybody
Okay.
talk about pets.
And what I'm sensing is I'm feeling where the grandfather would have enjoyed some of the pets around and went even further than the domestic pets. I'm feeling like there's a pig out in the barn, there's chickens. So somebody's got a farm energy.
He's also saying that he wishes that you and I would please consider having this once a month. That he heard what you said about not doing it only maybe 6 weeks or more. And he said it would be a great service to these people who keep coming in and showing up, the same people, the same faces, Judith Adair and Donald and I'm hearing
Sufordo. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sue
Yep.
and there's another lady, Marilyn.
Marilyn, who was here. Yep.
Okay, and so give them a little extra.
We'll take it into consideration. Okay. He's also got an energy that he'd really like to be in charge too. So he's with somebody here. Donald, do you recognize a grandfatherly energy who was connected to farming animals? Whether he had them himself or they were next door to him? Any clue?
One of my grandfathers did have a small farm at one time.
Thank you. Thank you. And how can I say? He was pretty commanding, wasn't he?
Not overly so. I mean, not with us. He might have been around coworkers or whatever.
Okay.
But
there's-
with
okay.
family, he wasn't overly strict. I mean, he was kind of, but more in a more quiet kind of way, you know.
Okay. Okay. All right. And he liked, okay, he liked a shot or two.
Oh yeah,
Okay. All
he
right.
used to make moonshine. In fact,
Oh, Jesus.
his nickname was Moon Man.
Oh, gosh. Oh, wow. And
There you go.
he liked a pipe and a cigar at times, didn't he?
Hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. He's quite the character. Okay. Well, he's in around
Oh
you.
yes.
He's in around you, and I feel like he helped you develop your love of the animals too.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Well, and he's just hanging out and he's encouraging you to make some changes. He says, you're in charge. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. But he's got a smirk on his face and he's kind of like, come on, let's move forward. Okay. All right, I'm gonna leave that
Okay.
there. June, you got anything to add to this? June Elaine, anything else? Nope, she's still muted. Okay. All right, she may have stepped away from the show for a moment. So, okay. Anybody else got anything else to add? They want to add to the show? Okay.
Can I just say that it's been over 30 years since I had my guinea pigs. So when June brought in the corn husks, which I saved from them because they would eat it they would eat it in rows, and I just thought it was terrific. So I saved them. But that's been over 30 years ago. And so they still stay around us no matter how long, don't they?
We're gonna have a barnyard full when we get to the other side.
May I say to you, hon, in return to that comment, that what you just said,
Mhm.
your guinea pigs said, believe it or not,
Mhm.
it's because they have unconditional love for you.
Ah,
Don't
thank you.
even, I won't say you, us humans, a lot of us humans don't even know what unconditional love is.
Right.
We've never felt it from another human, a lot of us.
Mhm.
But guinea pigs, I have one upstairs. It's not my guinea pig. Her
Yeah.
name is Sully, and I can feel her. I feel her love. It makes me teary-eyed at
Mm.
times. But that's why they're around you. They'll never leave you, ever.
It's wonderful. That's a wonderful thing. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that, Sue. And thank you, June, for validating that. June, I want to thank you for coming forward to assisting in this show tonight.
Thank you, Judy.
I want to thank you for being such an awesome radio show host.
Thank you. Sue.
You are,
Thank you.
how can I say it? I don't know. I can't think of it. I just couldn't run it. I couldn't do this. So thank you, Pamela.
Well, and I want to say, June, I think we've done pretty well going back and forth, especially where Spirit keeps having us tag on to another message. And that's not something typically people will do in the way of mediumship. But because you and I know each other so well, that they were linking us up in that way for everybody. So thank you, dear, for honoring it. And so we'll be here next week. I don't know if it's going to be both June and I, or just me, or whatever. Topic will come forward as Spirit always does. And what do people listening have to say? Do you think we should do a show and tell once a month, or should I put it off for like every 6 weeks? How about a consensus here from people listening?
At
Hands
least
up.
once a month, at least once a month.
Once a month, Judith? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Donald.
Christian just raised his paw. Christian wants it once a month.
Christian. Okay. All right, Sue, are you with
The only thing is that will it always be on the Wednesday nights, or is that
Wednesday is the night that
okay?
for me.
Okay, because sometimes I have a conflict. So I would like to have it as much as possible, but I might not be able to attend all the time.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. And I want to let everybody know that if there is a show that you can't attend, that it will be in the archives, and you can let me know and I can send you the link, or you can go to the archives, which is the YouTube channel titled Pet Detectives International. Okay. And all right. And I want to thank everyone who came in tonight. It's been a thrill in a lot of ways, but it's kind of fun to do mediumship too. Yes, it's serious things, serious business, because we're talking about our pets, our loved ones, whether they're here in the physical or on the other side. And it seems like we got most of them tonight, where most of them were showing up on the other side. We're still not fully sure of a couple, but that's okay. And I want to thank you all for being here. And please feel free to pass on that we're doing this show. It's to benefit your pets. It's to benefit you. And that love is what it is all about. Have a great night, everybody.
Thank you.
God
Thank you.
bless.
Great
Bye.
night.
Thank you,
Bye.
Pamela. Thank you,
Love
June.
you all. Thank you. Love and blessings. Thank you.
Bye. Take care.